I'm here at MPE, Merchant Payments Ecosystem in Berlin. It's been another fantastic day at this show. I'm sitting with Sophie Noel, head of Click to Pay Europe at Visa.
Hi.
Hello, Sophie.
Hi, how are you doing today?
We got a few quick questions we'd like to ask you, and I'm going to kick straight off.
Cool.
So consumers want frictionless payments, but not at the cost of security. How do you see merchants creating that correct balance?
Between security and convenience always been a challenge for all of the merchants, right? But the dilemma is over with Click to Pay. I'm going to tell you why. Click to Pay is the new online standard for online payment, like we did with Click contactless in the face-to-face world. We're exactly doing the same, replicating the same kind of experience on the online world, right? So you solve for security at the same time of convenience. You remove the friction of the entry of the PAN, basically. You don't need to put your 16 digits of your card anymore, and you go through the payment checkout without any kind of friction anymore, thanks to Click to Pay. So Click to Pay is the solution for all the merchants really to solve both part of the ecosystem, right? So it really solve for security and convenience.
Okay, that's really interesting.
Yes.
There's been a lot of talk about Click to Pay of late.
Yes.
How do you see Visa, or how does Visa see Click to Pay working in this increasingly fragmented and complex checkout process?
Yeah, so we have been quite successful with some key merchants. We are live with more than 7,000 merchants in Europe right now. And the model works, right? We deliver good results, good benefits. I give you two numbers to illustrate that. We see decrease of 80% of fraud of those merchants having live with Click to Pay. So 80% fraud reduction versus the PAN entry. It's huge, right, for the merchants. And at the same time, we increase by 10% the authorization rates. So as I said before, we are really solving for both with really strong numbers. So the model works very well, right?
Okay, so you've mentioned there some of the numbers that we're starting to see around Click to Pay gaining traction and what that means.
Right.
But what is the impact and benefit of implementing Click to Pay for a merchant?
So the benefit, as I said, is increasing security, reducing the fraud, right? 80% less fraud, and increasing the conversion. It's always been a challenge for merchants really to increase conversion, right? Having a lot of basket not convert has always been an issue. With Click to Pay, you convert more, right? So 10% auth rate upgrade, again, increases huge benefit for the merchants. So again, with 7,000 merchants live, we have good numbers now that to demonstrate it works and the model deliver on promises.
So you mentioned that number of 7,000 merchants, which is obviously a big number, but we know that the European merchant field of play is much, much larger.
Of course.
Is a collaborative effort like Click to Pay a way forward in driving standards for the checkout experience?
Yeah, so coming back to the background, the way at Visa, the way we innovate overall, the way we work is about collaboration. So we collaborate across the entire ecosystem. So we work with issuers, the banks, also with the acquirers, right? The merchants and the gateways, the enablers. We work with all those type of players to put those online or the new standard in place, right? We did with contactless, as I said before. We are doing it again with Click to Pay right now, because again, it's an ecosystem play. You can't do it on your own, right? Working like this in a collaborative manner is really at the core of the way of working. So yes, it's critical. And 7,000, this is now. In 1 year, it will be definitely far more than that. And we can see this traction is the year of Click to Pay, right?
And I'll ask one more question.
Sure.
You mentioned contactless.
Yes.
Do you think Click to Pay could be as successful as contactless?
Absolutely, absolutely. I can see this. The adoption rate will be probably the same as contactless on the e-com. Absolutely right. This is the right comparison to me.
Sophie, thanks very much for your time today.
Thank you for your time.